Welcome back, everybody. In today's episode of Cooking with Kirby, we're going to be making something fantastic on the Blackstone. It's a beautiful day over here in Southern California. I got my wife and kids in the pool, and you know what? I feel like cooking on my Blackstone. So today we're going to be making a beef stir fry, super easy but very delicious, and that's coming up.
Since you're here, hit the like and subscribe button and make sure that the notification bell is rang. Check me out on social media, that way you can get notification of all my new recipes.
So to go over some of our ingredients, it kind of looks like a lot, but actually, you put all this together and it comes out really easy. So for the beef, I'm using some type of, looks like a sirloin, assorted sirloin packet. That was a bunch of, like about that thick of steaks, and I just sliced them thin. So you're gonna need about 2.5 pounds of beef of your choice. You can use like skirt steak, you can use ribeye, just use whatever you're gonna use. You just wanna make sure that you cut them thin. For the marinade that we're gonna be seasoning this beef with, now I don't have any salt because I am using a 1/4 cup of soy. If it, for whatever reason, it does need salt, I'll add that at the end. You're also gonna need a 1/4 cup of white wine vinegar, the juice of 1 lime. You're gonna need about 1 tablespoon of sriracha. You gotta have this. If you're cooking anything Asian, you gotta have sriracha. 2 tablespoons of plum sauce, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of ground ginger, and this right here is the star of the dish. We're gonna be adding in 2 tablespoons of red curry paste. And to finish it off, we're gonna give it a couple squirts of sesame seed oil. This stuff is really strong, so I don't even put like a teaspoon or anything anymore. I just put like a couple squirts as needed. And then the veggies of your choice, really, you could put cabbage in this, you could put shiitake mushrooms, you can put, green onion, you name it. It's endless. You can put celery, carrots, cabbage. I mean, the list goes on and on, baby corn and all that stuff. It's a stir fry. Make it how you want to make it. Today I'm going to be just going with 1 carrot, cut up in like little strips, half a purple onion that I needed to use up, 1 green bell pepper and 1 red bell pepper. But you can add whatever you want to this. If you feel it goes good with beef, you can go ahead and add it. And a little tip, if you want to garnish it nice, just sprinkle some sesame seeds right on top. So what we're going to stir fry it with, we're going to be stir frying it with some rice noodles. This is 14 ounces of Thai rice noodles. You can do this with rice also. I've done it with both. Either or, rice noodles or rice goes with this. So that's up to your choice, but today I'm using the rice noodles. So you want to let your noodles cook for the lowest time of the suggested time from the manufacturer. So this one actually said to boil some water, turn off the water, add the noodles in there, and let it soak for 8 to 10 minutes. I actually just let it soak for 8 minutes. So it's actually a perfect bite. So I think once I, incorporate some sauce to it and all the other ingredients, it's gonna be nice. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start incorporating our ingredients for our marinade. Add in all of our ingredients. So what I'm trying to go for is like a nice sweet heat seasoning. A little heat, not too much, like too crazy, like some dishes, but just a nice, little hint of heat, and then, a little bit of sweet, and then, savory. And add in some lime juice. Now when I do stir fries, they're pretty much like freestyle cooks. I have no recipe to it. I just add stuff as I go. But this one I was just like, maybe I should write down some of the stuff that I'm actually putting in this. But yeah, I usually just, start whipping things together and come up with something. All right, I think that's enough. Yeah, that's enough right there. The sesame seed oil, that stuff is strong. So we're gonna go ahead and mix this. Like I said, I didn't add any salt. Salt's gonna, if I do add salt, it's gonna go at the end. I already smell that sesame seed oil. But this blend, everything that I'm mixing in together, it smells really, really good. Oh yeah, that's gonna be really good. All right, right now's the time to get you a pair of gloves, or one glove, because it's gonna get a little messy. So we're gonna go ahead and pour our marinade right over this beef. And just go ahead and massage it in. You wanna make sure that you coat it really well. You wanna make sure that you get that sauce all over your beef. All right, once you feel it's all coated, let's go ahead and cover with saran wrap, and we'll put it in the fridge for at least 30 minutes before you plan on cooking. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover this up, and I shall see you guys outside. All right, so we wanna go ahead and turn on all 4 burners. Okay, once you get it lit, go ahead and change the temperature to about medium heat. That's where you wanna be. Since we have plum sauce in that marinade, you know, those sugars are gonna get kind of gunky, so we don't want this too high. Go ahead and scrape off your old oil. You know, dirt gets on there and everything. You wanna make sure you scrape some of that stuff off. These weird little squiggly things too, Jasmine. They don't get off my Blackstone. All right, after about 4 to 5 minutes or so, we're gonna go ahead and lay down a little bit of canola oil, or any oil of your choice. I'm just using canola oil. Now we're only gonna work in this section to this section. So you wanna, you know, kind of keep mindful you're not flinging your stuff around. I'm actually gonna lower the heat on the side burners, these ones here. So that way we're gonna focus all of our energy right here in the middle. All right, so we're gonna get our nicely marinated meat. Go ahead and drop it down. Now you don't want to let it sit, because like I said, you have plum sauce. So that could burn up on us, and you don't want that. So you just kind of want to keep it moving. This is beef. This is going to cook really fast. It's already, you know, thin sliced. All right, let that hang out for about a minute or so. Go ahead and spread it out. All right. Go ahead and keep it moving. You don't want to let this get settled, because what will end up happening is it'll end up burning those sugars, and it'll leave a mess on your Blackstone. Every time I do stir fries anyways, I end up doing, you know, getting all gunky and stuff like that. I do need to clean it once I'm done cooking these stir fries. But it's because of the sugars on there. But just keep things moving. Don't let it, you know, get a chance to sit there and just keep cooking, and, you know, then it end up scorching. Now after about 4 minutes or so, now we're gonna go ahead and add in our veggies. Give that a stir. It's gonna be nice, colorful, fresh. It's gonna be delicious. Smells really good. Now that I hit like those fresh onions, the smells on this thing is just amazing. All right, now that we got everything pretty much incorporated, just go ahead and just give everything a flip. Let it out just a tad bit. Now we're gonna let this cook for a couple minutes, just so, you know, kind of sweat out those veggies, kind of soften them up just a little bit, but you still want them crunchy. You want to make sure that you keep these juices, because when we incorporate the noodles, that's what's gonna soak all that up, and that's what you want. Okay, so go ahead and separate this a little bit. Get about a 45-second cook time on those veggies, and then we'll give it a toss. All right, once you start seeing like all the juices coming out, just go ahead and give it a flip. Like I said, you want to keep those juices in. That's where all the flavor of this recipe's at. When you want those flavors inside your noodles. All right, go ahead and bring it all in again. We're gonna let this go for another 45 seconds, and then we'll incorporate our noodles. All right, go ahead and give this a toss. Let it get some of that color of the marinade. Go ahead and add a little bit more. Okay, right about there. Now right now is actually a good time to put this on low. Go ahead and turn your burners to low because we don't need to cook anymore. We're just incorporating the noodles, but we want to save as much of those juices. Noodles are a little bit sticky. Little tip if you want to just run it through some cold water right before you bring it out to the Blackstone. Actually, a little bit of oil will help lubricate everything a little bit. Just a little bit of oil. All right, that looks like about right. So we got those noodles to absorb all those juices that we were, trying to keep in there. Now let's go ahead and take this off. This is such an easy cook. You can have this cooked up. I mean, of course you gotta let it marinate for about 30 minutes, but you'll have this cooked up in less than 10 minutes once the Blackstone's preheated. But I got me a little bowl right here. I got everybody inside, chowing down. So let's go ahead and try this out. So get a little bit of beef and a bell pepper and some of those delicious noodles. Cheers, y'all. Got a nice, sweet, savory, not so much heat. But I could fix that by adding a little bit more sriracha. But the noodles is where it's at. The noodles soak up all that flavor. There's some good stuff. You gotta try this recipe. It's really easy to make and it's very flavorful. If you're new to my channel, consider hitting the subscribe button. That way you can see future videos just like this. As always, I'll leave a link in the video description and in the comment section so that way you can go to my website, cookingwithkirby.com, to get the full printable recipe. I have these recipes, they're really good, and you should try them out. Now y'all be beautiful and take care.